In previous training videos, we've reviewed how to create clients, enroll them into programs, track the progress that they make over time in our programs via status updates or annual assessments if they've been in the program for a year or more. In this video, we're going to review how to exit the clients out of the program when it's time to create our exits. So we've been working with clients Kurt and Francis Cobain. I'm going to pull up their profile over here from my recent client searches accessed. Pop into Kurt's profile, the head of household, and then I'm just going to go right to the active program enrollment for them from this shortcut section over here on the right side of the screen. When I open this up, I'm taken to the program enrollment for the permanent housing program I have enrolled them in. I can tell the name of the program from this little menu blue bar section here, and I can tell the client profile I'm in from the top left. Their name is displayed there. So we've enrolled them previously. In earlier videos, we created those status updates and all that good stuff. So now it's time to create our program exit. You exit clients either when they no longer need the assistance from your program, they're stably housed and they can maintain that housing, or maybe they have stopped participating or have indicated they no longer want to be enrolled in your program. Whatever the case may be, creating an exit for a program enrollment is as simple as navigating all the way over to the right of the program enrollment and clicking on this exit button. When you click on that exit button, you have the option to exit one member of the household if only one person is leaving, or if you're creating an exit for everyone in the household, you'd select all of their names. So we click End Program for whoever we're creating the program exit for. In my example, I'm going to be exiting both of these clients from my program. So I click End Program, and when I do that, the data I most recently entered for this client on their 6-1 annual assessment here cascades over and pre-populates this exit screen. So if I have done a good job of creating status updates, I really don't have much work to do here at the time of the program exit. I need to update the project exit date based on the date they're exiting my program. It defaults to today's date, so I'm just going to go ahead and change that to be July 1st. That's when the clients are exiting my program enrollment here. And then I specify the destination that my clients are headed to at the time of the program exit. So where from this list of destinations most closely matches where my clients are residing at the time of program exit. It's possible that your client may have passed away. There's a deceased option. There's all kinds of different options here if they're in a literally homeless situation. It's based on the evidence that you have at the time of the program exit. If the clients have stopped participating and you have no idea where they are, no evidence to support where they are, they're not in the last place that you knew they were, there is an option for no exit interview completed. And that's not to be used if the client simply doesn't want to complete any exit paperwork. This is only to be used if you have no evidence to support the destination that the client is in at the time of exit. So I want to cover that. Destination is how we track programmatic outcomes, how we track and how the federal partners track the programmatic outcomes at your agency. Destination is kind of seen as a mark of whether the program was successful for the client and they're headed to a permanent destination, or maybe if the program didn't meet the client's needs or they stopped participating and they're in a temporary destination at the time of exit. Whatever the case may be, there are a variety of options here to select from. There is an other option. I do want to call that out. Please contact your HMIS lead agency if you're ever tempted to use other. I can almost guarantee that of all of these many choices above, there's a better option than other. So please reach out to us if you need any help on this destination piece. For my clients today in my permanent housing program, they are in a rental by client with other ongoing housing subsidy is what I'm going to select. And this destination is by client because clients exiting the program can be headed to different places the same way that clients entering a program can be coming from different places. So we have another automatically generated response. If you've watched one of our previous training videos, you know that you can skip right over anything that says automatically generated response. Nothing for you to do there. And then I'm just verifying that the information that I see is accurate. As I mentioned, in previous videos, we created status updates and annual assessments for this client to track the changes that have happened to them over time. And then that information cascades over from the most recent status update or annual assessment associated with this program enrollment. So the clients moved into housing on 9/1/2018. That's still right. Nothing to do there. All of the disabling conditions I see listed here are still the disabling conditions that Kurt reports experiencing. So I'm good there. I did a status update just a little bit before I'm creating this exit. So the earned income that I see here reported for Kurt is the earned income that I know about. So this is good to go too. I scroll down. He still has SNAP benefits. He still has employer provided health insurance. So if you do a good job with your status updates over time, creating them in the system as you're made aware of them, or as you work with your client and help them secure these additional income sources or non-cash benefits or health insurance sources, at the time of program exit, you don't have much to do. So I have nothing to do here to update. All I had to update for Kurt, since I did a good job of making my changes over time previously, is the project exit date and the destination for him. I don't have to do anything else. So I click Save and Next because I have another household member I need to do this for. And when I do, it loads up Francis's program enrollment and allows me to answer the questions about her exit information. So for her, it's going to be the same deal, 7/1. She is also headed to a rental by client with other ongoing housing subsidy. I scroll down, and all of the information that I see here is also accurate because, again, I've done a good job of creating my status updates and annual assessments. So I scroll down and I can click Save and Close. And when I do, I'm going to get a nice, that you're going to notice over here on the right-hand side of the screen, it says that the clients are now inactive in my program. And in addition to listing the start date, it now lists the end date as of 7/1/2019. I could still fix any data quality issues, whether that's on an enrollment or maybe I need to fix a piece of information somewhere else in this program enrollment. I can fix those things without having to undo the exit or contact the help desk to have this undone for me. The only thing that you can't do with program enrollments after you've exited a client is continue providing services. If your program tracks services in the system that they provide to clients. You can always undo an exit if you need to. Maybe you created the program exit by mistake, or even you got the date wrong by a day. All you have to do is click in and edit it. If you're trying to undo the exit altogether, you can select it, backspace it, hit Save Changes, and then the client would be active again. So just want to point that out. Other than that, again, if you're making good progress with your clients over time, tracking those changes, the hardest thing you should have to do at the project exit is to verify the information is still correct and to enter the exit date and the destination. But any questions, as always, please reach out to us or your HMIS lead agencies, and we can review those with you.